Hey, okay, very good everybody. Let me just check if the sound settings are okay. Just stand by one moment and I will be right back. Okay, so sound check seems to be okay for now. We're going to check this later. Anyway, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to another live video. It's been quite a while since we went to go on the line with the on the channel. But nonetheless, here we are. We are here to have some fun. Alright, so we are parked at the gate 17 here. We're at the, let me check because I keep forgetting the name. It's embarrassing. It's the Ministro Pistarini International Airport in Argentina. It's the city of SAEZ. And we'll be flying today to the Comandante Espora airport, which is also in Argentina. It's in the Bahia Blanca, the city of Bahia Blanca. So that's where we'll be flying today. And we got the Aerolineas Argentina's livery for the PMDG 737-700, which you can see it is parked at the gate then, and we got the jetway extended. So let's just hop onto the flight deck and get this thing started up. So let's first of all get the batteries, and we align the IRS system. Use this little this little button here, HDG STS, and this will show you the time remaining for the IRS positioning to load, to find out where it is in the world. So you can hear the alarm sound, which is basically telling us that the aircraft is now running on battery power only. So you can see battery discharge. So it is discharging the battery. It's just only using the battery at the moment. We have external power available for us. So let's go to FS actions and ground services. So we got it. It is available. So release. It has the option to release. So we do not have to ask it to connect. So ground power enable. Aircraft now running on ground power. So let's turn on the logo lights. Anti-collision can go on. The rest I will leave it as it is for now. Let's have another quick look here quickly. So the panel lights can go up though. Let's turn on some other lights. I always like to have these things light, you know, so that you can see what is in front of you. Makes it nice and clear. This aircraft, if you ask me, it could be a little bit brighter here and there, but you know, it will do, of course. Let me quickly check the chat for the video. I always forget. I have to put it in a like a separate window. There you go. Alright, okay. So let's carry on. So we got some floodlights, background, and main panel lights, and we got a nice little panel switch right here as well. So let's go ahead and crank it all the way up. And today we're also going to crank up the floodlight immediately, like all the way up. There you go. Okay. So now we're down here. Let's just go ahead and come up with some random squawk code for our flight 5702, and let's go to stay only. And turn on some of the radio systems here for the pilot flying and the pilot monitoring. And for now, anything here? I do not think so. Right, so welcome aboard then, and we can set up our flight now. But maybe first let's focus on the GSX, recently installed. Got the GSX. So we're going to request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Boarding requested. Let's Airline Argentinas. And let's also request the catering service. Alright, so the catering has been requested as well. I believe that is it. Let me just quickly double check here. Requested, boarding is requested. So our reload sim brief, so we got our flight now. Whoops.
Passengers boarding starting.
Alright, okay, so we're boarding. Okay, so we got the sim brief flight plan. Okay, so it's good. Let's have a little look outside. I must say I do like all the animations you get here. The this is the GSX mod, I guess you could call it that. It is payware, and yeah, I quite like it. I must say, I quite like it. I like that you can choose like who's going to handle the boarding, who's going to handle the catering, and all that stuff. Sometimes you get these choices, and you can just choose whichever well they have available for you. Gives it somewhat of an immersive, you know, element. So yeah, so these guys are actually waiting now for the baggage. There they go. There is one baggage handling person. Let's have a look a little bit closer. It's nice. They're like animated, you know, picking it up, putting it on the belt. You know, it's pretty cool. And I actually believe they go by. They actually go little car by little car by little car, just like that in sequence. All right, and then later on the catering service will come as well. Anyway, so in the meantime, we got some things to do. You can hear in the background the passengers are being boarded at the moment. Alright, so let's set up this flight and get going. Actually, I'm going to start with the fuel. Let's see, fuel, and let me just check the flight plan for this. It is off the screen, so you do not see it at the moment. So that is block fuel 6257. So we're going to take 7,000 with us, and then there is a final load reserves plus the alternate 3,054. So we're taking 7,000 kilograms of fuel. I prefer to start with this, otherwise I have to come back here later on anyway to do it. So let's just get this out of the way. Okay, so here we are then. Start up the board computer, so let's have a look. Nav data, we got the correct Alex cycle, March 23rd, which is yesterday, to April 20th in 23. Okay, and we got the 737-700, so this is all okay. So we go to position, and the reference airport is Sierra Alpha Echo Zulu. Go ahead and enter it. Now it's always a question, will it or will it not recognize gate number 17? Alright, it does. That's very good. We copy the coordinates by clicking on the soft button there, and then click here on the soft button next to set IRS position. So the IRS now is sort of told as well where to go. Alright, so we got this down. We go check the route now. Let me quickly have a look at the route. Off the screen, we can also import it. I think that's what we'll probably be ending up doing. Runway 11, GBE6. Alright, okay, so let's have a look here then. Excuse me for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and request the flight plan. Oh, I always fall for this little trick. Let's clear this out. So flight plan request, PMDG 7. Let's have a look. Oops, it's a little too trigger happy. So this is the one we need. So we select it and request. So now we wait a little bit. Let's say like 17 seconds or something. It will say that you can load. You will click below. There it comes, route uplink ready. So you click the load. It will now uplink the route into the computer. And then we press on and we can go to the departure and arrivals. So while it is uploading, activate. When it's done, execute, and now we got a flight plan. So if you go to the next page, you can actually see there is now a flight plan. It's not a very long flight. It's about 52 minutes or something. Alright, so we got the flight right here. Now we go to the departure and arrivals. So for the departure, for today's flight, we're using runway 11. And we got the GB6 departure, which we will select, and we just execute right here. And then when you go back to index, you basically go to Sierra Alpha Zulu Bravo arrival. And let me just quickly check what is that's runway 24 and the MOXAN 1 Zulu departure. So let's have a look. Do they have an ILS for runway 24? They have RNAV for runway 24. I don't think I like this very much because I'm more comfortable with the ILS because I'm a lazy pilot. For 24, I think we can use ILS 17 for sure. We're just going to take the chance for now. We can change this later anyway. And this was the MOXAN 1 Zulu. Is that available for this runway? You got the MOXAN 1Q. That's fine for me. We'll take it. Let's see if there is a transition. MOXAN or XODIK. No, there's none, so just execute it, and there we go. The first thing we do now, we go to the legs page, because we want to see if there's any flight plan discontinuities. So let's just quickly check. There is one flight plan discontinuity. And that's it. So it's very simple. We just select this one, put it on the top of that, and just execute, and there you go. Alright, so we got the route programmed in, which is all good. So we go back to the unit, and now we have to set up the weight balance basically of the aircraft. So we got a 53.60 fuel weight. So we're just going to head ahead and enter it. So the planned fuel was 7,000, and then it was 3,054, I believe, for the reserve fuel. So it's basically 3.0. Let's put it like this. For the reserves, the cost index, I will have to check the OFP real quick. Cost index is 5, very low. So the baggage has been loaded aboard the aircraft, and the catering vehicles are now on the way. So that's pretty nice. There's the catering vehicles. Alright, so let's carry on here. Let's see, planned fuel. From 0, cost index was 5. So let's go ahead and enter that into the cost index. The flight level for today's flight, 360 feet. Flight level 360, actually I should say rather. So go ahead and enter that. And then the cruise wind that we can expect while cruising, that should be, let's have peak here, 29248. So we got 292/48 knots for the cruise wind. So we got that. The transition altitude, we have to check for the airport that we are on. So let's start up Navigraph and unload the previous flight, import flight, import from the sim brief, and we download the maps, and it will place the maps right here. Or the charts, I should say. Not all of them, but some of the charts that are required for this flight, which is a nice feature. Alright, so let's see. So here's where we are. Let's have a look. Let's refresh the memory. Oh yeah, so the transition altitude. I believe you'll find this on the departing chart. I do not believe we have a departure, or did we? Let's just quickly check. So we check the airport charts and the SID for standard instrument departure. It does not look like our departure does not really appear to be listed here. Let me quickly double check here then. We got runway 11 GB6. Let's look at the overview for a second. See if this seems to make any sense to us. You got the GB VOR at least here to the south. Okay, so that is fine for now. Let's have a look at, can we see what is the transition altitude for Argentina? It does not appear to be on the overview chart, so let's have a look just at the airport. Perhaps the airport chart gives us some information. No, this is not it. Okay, just let's have a look outside real quick. So you can see here the catering service has arrived. Passengers are still boarding. Here's the catering service. Oh, they're actually already finished. Well, very good. So we got fresh food on the board. But we are trying to figure out what is the transition altitude. Let's just go ahead and pick any. Oh, no, not this one. Just any one of these will actually do. Transition altitude 3,000 feet. Okay, so that's right there, 3,000. So we go ahead and enter that because it was now on the US for flight level 10. Transition altitude 3,000 feet. So we got that in. Execute, and this is now in. N1 limit, it is 26 degrees outside. We're going to take off with a 96.1 N1. We could perhaps save some fuel, let's say 50 degrees. And then we could take off with 90.2. But there's a chance that I'm going to take off full toggle thrust anyway. Okay, so let's just carry on for now to go to the takeoff. So flaps will be 5. And the center of gravity 23.1, I believe. There we go. We go trim 5.5. So let's do that immediately then. Something like that should be around the general vicinity of the 5.5 that we saw here. Okay. We're almost done with the setup, runway 11. So let's have a look what is the runway length. Runway 11, which is actually on 111 degrees, which is quite interesting. Elevation 62. And we're looking at 10,827 feet, so 180. That's what we'll put in here. 180, and that is a runway remaining. So this is the entire length of the runway. So now the VR speeds, VV speeds will be calculated. 130, 131 is rotate, and 135 is the V2 speed. Okay, so basically this part is done. So let's have a look. Progress page and climb. Alright, so it's all programmed in. Now let's have a look if the boarding has been completed. Just quickly check the GSX main menu. Boarding is completed, catering service completed. Okay, so we should be able to get ready for for departure soon. What did I accidentally turned off the there you go, the navigational display. Okay, so that's back on. This looks a little bit funky. I don't think I like it very much. Delta 183 Juliet. Let's have a look at the flight line. We put the navigational display into plan mode. And let's see what's the resolution. Let's go to 10. And we start at the top when we click step. So this takes us to Delta 126 Juliet. Okay, so it's taking a turn. This seems fine. Step takes to Alpha Foxtrot 011. Okay, so it just looks a little crooked, but it looks like it might actually be fine. So I'm just going to accept this. Let's carry on to get some overview. There was one funky looking connection there. And then we arrive. There you go. I'll take it for now. Okay, so keep the legs page up there. Let's have a look. 3000 is the transition altitude. So let's start with the initial climb for 10,000 feet. Should actually be fine. So flight director on for the pilot flank, and the pilot monitoring comes next. Auto thrust arm. Runway heading was 111. So let's put that in to the heading box as well. 111, and also for the course in case we would need maybe an ILS or something, but on the other end I must admit I'm not programming the ILS for this airport in, but I believe it's just good habit. Once I get a little less lazy, I might do these things as well. Alright, so let's just start with this. So I got this all set up there. Looks like we're about ready to start the engines. So let's go and call the tug. So for today's flight I'm going to use the GSX menu. I'm going to say prepare for pushback and departure. So there goes the jetway. Are these doors going to close on their own? So far it does not look like it is closing on its own, so let's go ahead and help out the aircraft a bit. Very good. I am not yet. Doors, and let's close this door. There you go. Alright, so you actually got a person here going to well, do their magic there, inserting and removing pins and all that. And yes, they are glitching through the nose of the 737-700. Okay, so the bypass has been inserted. Let's quickly start up the APU, because these guys today are actually a lot faster than I had anticipated. So let's turn on the yaw damper. Okay, we got that, and the IRSs are aligned, obviously. Okay, APU and the start. APU EGT will start to rise momentarily. Let's see what else can we do. Ground power, we'll keep this on for a bit. Galley, this is all fine. Locking gear, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, emergency exit lights need to be on. This bit here is fine, and then now the let's go ahead. The window heating and the probe heating. These we do not need electricity, would be nice. Okay, so now they're asking us we want to go nose left, tail right, or nose right, tail left, and I have no clue. So let's quickly check the charts for the airport. So we need to go in here via Foxtrot, commercial apron. Looks like nose left and the bottom to the right. So nose left. There you go. Dismiss PMDG GPU. Okay, well, stand by for that, please. So the exhaust gas temperature is settling there, so it's fine. So we're on APU. Turn on APU bleed and turn on APU power. So we can now disconnect the ground power. So we go ahead and disconnect, and let's go to the ground services and release the PMDG GPU. Okay, so release parking brakes. So we will just use this one. Okay, so we can start up the engines at our own discretion, which is always good. Okay, so let's just carry on real quick. So we're on a little bit late, it looks like. Let me just check. Look, we could have put the seatbelt signs on actually already. And ground cruise the cabin crew is fine for now. Let's have a look. So we were going down, up, down. Totally lost now. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got disarmed and the up, and these are fine for now as well. Let's quickly check what is the altitude at the airport again. 62, so we can put these on 50 for now. We need to change this when we land, or where we land, I could say. We put this on 360, but this seems to fail. I'm not sure if it's me. It might be a bug, but it might very well be Arkady. Okay, let's see what else. So we got, so the rest looks fine. Okay, and we should actually start the timer now that the pushback has started. I'm a little late, my apology. Okay, so the timer is running as well. So let's start up the engines.
Please set parking brakes.
Oh look, they're already done. Very good. Stand by, setting parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, that's very nice. They're waiting confirmation, and then this person will afterwards will disconnect the tug for us. So it's very nicely done by the GSX. I really like that. Okay, so let's start with the engines. We're rushing a little bit here. Put engine number 1, put it to ground, and ignition. Now we're going to monitor the N2. It looks like I accidentally switched off this. So no, not here. There you go. So N2 reaching 22%. So fuel supply goes on. And I like how you can hear the actual engines. Like, I like the sound of it, you know, starting up. Yeah, by the way, we are doing a real world time and real world weather. So if you do not like the weather in Argentina as it is today, then you know, do not go there, because the chances are that it is actually this weather that they're having there. Okay, so we got engine number 1 up. So let's go ahead and start up engine number 2. Engine number 2 goes to ground, and the ignition goes to on. And we monitor the N2 percentages like that. And then once it reaches 20%, there goes the fuel supply. There you go. And then it will start up, basically. So the engine number 1 is almost started. There we go, click. It looks like that has finished. So we can go ahead and give a confirmation of good engine start. Confirm good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
So they're going to disconnect now. So let's have a look outside. Okay, so looks to be going well. we got the left is clear, right and clear, which means that we can now go ahead and taxi. Sometimes it might happen with the GSX that they say you're ready, you know, like for taxiing, and the tug is actually still right in front of you, which, you know, is a little bit funny, if you ask me. But funny things are cool because, you know, there's nothing wrong with laughing, you know what I mean. Okay, so the person there, we need to make eye contact. Hello, yes, I see you. Okay, we're going now. Okay, so we can go ahead. Yes, do not really know what if there's any input required. I do not believe, but it looks nice and immersive. Have a good trip. Oh, that's nice. I never saw that actually. It's pretty cool. Have a good trip. Okay, so let's quickly do a little sanity check. The flight crew can be does not have to be seated yet. Hey man, Lenny Rodriguez, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, man. Hope you're enjoying. How you can use real ATC? What do you mean with real ATC, my friend? You mean like the VATSIM? You can go on the VATSIM network. VATSIM, Victor Alpha Tango Sierra India Mike. That's how you spell it, VATSIM. And you can use actually ATC right there, and you might need a program for that called vPilot, V for Victor, and then the word pilot. Maybe I'm telling you stuff that you already know, I'm not sure, but you know, one can only try. There's called Bruce, have real ATC. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, man. It's nice, it's very immersive when you got the ATC. And I must say, I checked today, for today's flight, I checked to see if there's any ATC here in Argentina, but there was none. So we're just doing a nice little offline flight. But welcome to the channel anyway. I hope you're doing well. And if you like it, you know, leave a like and subscribe. And no, I do not habla español. I can say that I don't know. I could say no sé. I believe it is, and no, but I do not speak Spanish. It's sometimes I understand some words a little bit, but no, I cannot speak. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're ready for taxiing. So let's catch our bearings here real quick. Let's go to Itinerary. So we got this one. There we go. Radio for now we do not really need, so that's fine. And let's put the flaps to the takeoff position, which is flap 5. You can just click here and we'll just go there anyway. On its own, very good. And let's turn on then the LNAV and the vertical navigation as well. And the V1 V2 speed, let's quickly have a look. Verify takeoff speeds, it's talking to us as well. Let's have a look. The menu, FMC, input, N1 limit. Let's have a look. 135, just going to put the 135 here in the speed box as well. Hey, using Xbox. Oh, you got the aircraft as well. I love this. This is 737-700. I must say I would love the 600 as well. I believe it's slightly shorter, but these things cost, in the end they cost quite a lot of money. When you got a couple of these you know, payware aircraft, they will set you back a couple of €100, you know. You cannot use the computer in the Xbox. That is weird. You could check the PMDG forum. The PMDG forum have a lot of information there. You can check, because it might be that there's something wrong. You can also check if there is an update, but I have no experience with the Xbox. The aircraft computer. Okay, so this one I believe then, or are you talking about this one? The I believe this is the FMC. It can be, sometimes there might be some requirement, like some setting in the aircraft that you need to boot first, but you know, it sort of depends on what the symptoms are really. So let's have a look here. I think for now 10,000 feet will be okay. I'm going to wait a little bit with the auto brake setting. Let's turn this brightness down just ever so slightly, and let's put this on the legs page, and let's, before we go, let's turn on the taxi lights, also turn on the runway turn off lights, because it's fine. And now that the engines are running, let's turn on the engine generators as well, and we can turn off the APU. And we will also turn off the APU bleed then. Okay, so let's have a look, and we are here. I believe we taxi to the south-ish. Yeah, let's see, or where are we going? Yeah, I think basically just taxi around the apron here, all the way out to F, which will lead us to the runway. So let's have a look what this will look like in 3D, and we're going to reach a conflict there with the other aircraft. So let's go ahead, and we're going rogue. So disconnecting the parking brake. No, my friend, I'm not a real pilot at all. I wish I could, but I'm not. So instead of following the yellow lines, I believe it is best for now to just, just stick to this side. It is not very realistic, but the other option is also not very realistic, which is going on the yellow line and just driving straight through the other aircraft. At least we're being sort of civilized, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's check the wings. Okay, so let's quickly go to the yellow line, just sort of to conform. And Lanier Rodriguez, if I may ask, are you where are you from? Are you from Argentina by any chance, perhaps? Or maybe you're from Europe? In the end, we're all from the planet Earth, if you ask me. I'm not a very political person at all. I have to go. I'm truck driver. Oh, that's so cool. Dominican Republic, beautiful, man. Thank you so much for engaging, for chatting, and for hanging out, my friend. And I wish you a beautiful day. And yeah, do come again, man. Like and subscribe if you want. You get a notification, and you know the drill. You live in USA. Oh, that's so cool. I often fly actually in the USA. Well, in the flight simulator, obviously. Oh, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That's super nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, just come back whenever you feel, and hang out. We're just flying on the channel. Thanks, man. Famous one day. Excuse me for coughing in your ear after you say something nice. I may catch you later. Take care, man. So just let's have a look what we're doing here. So this looks perfect. Going straight for the departing runway. Later, man. See you, my friend. Bye bye. So that was nice. It was nice to engage. You know what I mean. Alright. So while we are taxiing here, the cabin crew is instructing the passengers with all the safety regulations. So, but they should be done by now. So let's request them to sit down. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the auto brake. It is now going to RTO, request reject the takeoff position. So ground speed 15 knots, which should be fine for the turn like this. But then again, I'm the one behind the wheel, so you know, you never know what's going to happen. But this looks actually fine. Let's have a little look outside. Okay. So I think I'm just going to go onto the runway straight away, which is a little bit tricky because I should. Oh, maybe I can do it like this. Look at this, and turn on the landing lights. There you go. All right. So let's do this. Runway 11. For now, we can forget the yellow lines. We just line up visually, if you will. You can see the windsock right there. Very good. We got a nice headwind. Giggity. Alright. Okay, so we're about ready to depart. Okay, so let's do a quick sanity check here. We got the radios are fine. We got TRA. The squawk code in. We're trimmed. The flaps are in position 5. We got RTO selected as well, and let's turn on the strobe lights in steady. Believe this should be on continuous, if I'm not mistaken, and I think for that we're good to go, and if not, we'll see. One more thing to check real quick. 116, so that, what was that again? I was in the middle of doing something there when I did this, so hang on 1 second. So we go in one limit up. 135, of course. So there we go, legs. So 135. Okay, so I think we should be ready now. So step on the toe brakes and then 50% N1, and let it stabilize. There's the aircraft doing a go around. Engine stable. And take off thrust.
Airspeed alive. Good knots. Rotate.
So rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Okay, we got a positive rate. Gear up. I'm gauging the CMD1. It's a little too fast because it is not responding yet. There you go. Let's lock the gear there. Auto brake we can turn off as well. Let's go to the map, and this so far it actually looks fine. The flaps can go up. Alright, so the flaps are totally up there. Here's our PMDG 737-700 from the Aerolineas Argentinas airline. Departing from the Ministro Pistarini International Airport in SAEZ, Argentina, to the Comandante Espora Airport in Bahia Blanca, also in Argentina. Excuse me for the loud noise there. Okay, so we passed 3,000 feet, so we're going to standard QNH. Let's see what else. We're climbing through 5,000 feet for 10,000. There's no ATC here, so I think we're just going to go straight to our cruising altitude of 360. So it says here we should reach our top of climb in about 12 minutes or so, which is 83 nautical miles. We got the climb N1 of 92.1 N1, and you can see that right here. It's precisely what the aircraft is doing. This is going to be interesting. We were looking at the flight plan earlier, and we saw a funny connection there. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. D183 Juliet. That is actually coming up and it looks fine. I'm not sure what the bypass means. Okay, so we're around 10,000 feet. Let's start by having the flight crew or the cabin crew leave their seats, and let's also relieve the passengers as well. Runway turn off lights and the taxi lights, oh, they can go off now, and the landing lights as well. Okay, so we are well on our way. I will be back in about 2 minutes. So for now, maybe let's go and have a little cabin camera view. I think for now this one might be nice. So I'll be I'm back momentarily. Stand by, please. Okay, so I'm back then. Hopefully didn't miss too much. Let's immediately jump back into the flight deck and have a look at the situation. 284, 285. That seems to be correct for the target speed for the climbing. We're passing to 1,000 feet. Still aiming for 360. So for now looks like we're good. Let's have a look outside a little bit. Some really high clouds. Okay, let's have a look at our arrival. Let's get rid of this one first. So this is expected. It starts at around 22,000 feet, I believe. But at some stage the pressurization system seems to fail. But this happens in almost every flight. I hope I'm doing something wrong. But I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, so we're going to ignore this for now. So let's have a look at the charts, and the total flight time for today would be about 1 hour and 26 minutes, which leaves us plenty of time to prepare for the landing. So we got the MOXAN 1 Zulu RNAV arrival. But I believe I chose the MOXAN 1 Quebec, so let's unpin this one, because I insisted on getting a ILS approach. In a little bit we're going to see if we can check the weather. I believe we can check the weather right here through the Navigraph charts, which is actually a really cool thing. Obviously provided that the simulators is using real world weather as well. So let's see, this one I need to unpin. I misclicked, I believe. It does not want me to unpin it. Okay, then we're just going to have to delete. Let's have a look. Can we find, no, oops. So runway 24. Let me just see, I believe, there you go, remove, and this one remove as well, or change. Okay, so let's change this to the MOXAN 1 Quebec, add route, runway 17 left. Now let me quickly have a look at the flight plan, if this is correct. 17 left Zulu. So there you go. So we got the MOXAN 1 Quebec RNAV arrival. Then we go to the airport charts for Bahia Blanca, and we go to the approach charts and we look for 17 left ILS Zulu, runway 17 left. We put a pin in it. And let's check it out as well. Okay. First thing that I look at is the ILS frequency and the runway, the course of the runway. 167, 109.7. So we put this in 109.7. and that is now active, and we put the course. I forgot what it was already. 167. How could I forget? So 167, we enter that here in the course. We do this on both the pilot flying and the pilot monitoring side. Overshot 167 right there. There you go. We can ignore that master warning. Okay, obviously we're still too far out, but that's no problem at all. But we got this data in already. So let's also put in the radio altitude. So if you look, let's see, what is the aircraft, what's the airport elevation? Transition altitude 3000. We might need the other chart for this. Oh, that's definitely, oh actually here it is as well. Runway 17 left, elevation 248. Is this system still working? 248. At least try and put it in. 250, that's the closest thing. Let me double check. 248, so 250 is the closest thing, that's good. Runway is 7,907 feet. Should do just fine. We will land and we'll probably take Echo or Foxtrot exit. Okay. And then we go up north. Let's have a look what look, there's a military area here as well. There's the terminal all the way to the beginning of the runway. Okay, so once you land to the south, you're screwed and you have to go all the way back. Are we allowed to go Foxtrot, Echo, Bravo? It looks like must be. Okay, so that's fairly simple. So we got that. All right, and let me have a look. What is this master caution? Might still be the cabin altitude. Well, let's acknowledge it. We're almost at cruising altitude, and we can then pick up some speed, hopefully, and see if we can expedite our journey. So we are looking at the radar altitude, or the barrel altitude, whichever you like. So we're around 1,000 feet below our target altitude, but we are still climbing. So let's have a look at the ILS chart, the final approach chart. So the glide slope begins at 2,200, and it's following a localizer course of the 167 degrees all the way onto the runway, and that is at 248 feet. Now let's have a look at the decision altitude or decision height. I go for decision height 2,000 feet radio. So you put this to radio and then 200. Let's have a look. It is at 49. We crank it all the way up until it reaches 200. There you go. And this is the one we were talking about. Radio is now set for 200 feet. This is the decision altitude for this airport and this runway. Okay, so we got this thing out of the way. That's very good. So now let's prepare for the approach. So we are going to MOXAN. There's a holding here as well. Maximum speed will be 210 knots. Minimum holding altitude will be flight level 50. It is flight level 50 because the transition altitude is below this. It's 3,000 feet. Okay, so once you reach MOXAN, you go 263 degrees, which will actually be executed by the autopilot for a duration of 30.5 miles until we reach Zulu Bravo 041, and we must be below at or below flight level 70. So how do we want to plan our descent. After Zulu Bravo 041, we have 19.5 nautical miles to traverse. There is actually a holding pattern as well. Minimum holding altitude there is 3000. Let's see. The initial approach fix, we must be at or above 3000, so we are not allowed to go below 3000 feet once we reach the ANGAM initial approach fix. Okay, this is all not too complicated, obviously, and we are actually now cruising. So let's before we carry on with the descent planning, you can see our top of descent is already coming up, because this will not be a very long flight at all. So look, we are now on our way to Gigap. Let's just first see if we can pick up some speed, maybe. So we go to the cruise page, 0.748. Let's go 0.788. Let's quickly check what the wind is. We got sort of a crosswind and then a bit of a headwind, but by here we're already doing actually our descent. Okay, so no problem. Let's just enter this. So we go 40 nautical miles faster. Just execute. Now we go to the apologies. I'm so sorry about that. To top of descent. Let's change this speed real quick here. The speed restrictions for below 10,000 feet is not 240 but 250. So we're going to change that. Execute. Okay, so 1832 Zulu hours is when we will reach the top of descent, which is in 84 nautical miles. So we'll go to Gigap. Well, we are at flight level 360. And then we will at some stage descend to flight level 28 something. That is sort of fluctuating a little bit there. And the aircraft's obviously still picking up some speed there. 0.79er, 0.79er. Ah, so we're actually already there, I believe. 0.788. That's sort of trying to get there. Okay, well, that's fine. So if we look outside, so top of descent is coming up in about 11 minutes. So I think I can play a little bit of piano in for about 3 to 4 minutes. I hope you enjoy. I can tell you I probably will, and if I don't, I will stop. well, I definitely would be lying if I would say that this was my very best piano performance ever. But hey, it was fun while it lasted, and then I was like, okay, I am done with this. Anyway, so the top of descent, 1832 Zulu, which is in about 8 minutes, 55 nautical miles. We got some, we can expect a little bit of headwind while descending. I always forget, should you then, I think you can maybe start your descent a little bit early, and sometimes in my case it might not be too bad anyway, because sometimes things seem to happen a little bit fast, a little bit faster than I expected. You know what I mean. So, but for now we're just going to carry on cruising just a little bit longer. And it's interesting how the world just sort of seems to look sort of similar no matter what country you are. It is not too surprising, you know, if you think that, you know, everybody who lives on this planet, well, besides the other animals, I wanted to say everybody who lives on this planet is human, you know what I mean. But obviously there are also other species, but I mean, I don't know, man. First I said I'm not too political, but then I'm thinking, you know, there's just so much war in the world and you know, inequality and all that miserable fucking crap. So there is that, but it's more maybe like a hippie or I don't know what kind of attitude. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is, when you look down, you do not see any borders, you do not see anything, it just looks basically the same. There is where there is people, there is cultivated land, and there is cities and places where there is water and all that stuff, you know. So we're all, you know, there's more similarities between all of us than there are differences, if you ask me. But since you did not ask me, I will keep these fairly obvious observations to myself. Okay, so all kidding aside, so we are still on lateral navigation, vertical navigation. Let's have a look at the primary flight display, if that is reflected there as well. Following FMC speed, lateral navigation, vertical navigation path. Well, for now it seems fine. The top of descent is slowly getting closer. It is 37 nautical miles in front of us. So one thing that I still have not been able to figure out, and I must also probably say that I have not really tried looking into it, otherwise I believe I probably actually would simply find it out, but let me just finish my stupid sentence here. So yeah, I've not really been able to figure out the vertical navigation. Will this actually still require the pilot to determine and to tell the aircraft to which altitude to descend, or can the pilot expect the aircraft to descend and follow the vertical flight path all on its own using the autopilot? One would think so. When it says vertical navigation is on, well, this is basically what we were requesting. This is no guarantee it's on. This is what we're requesting, and we're looking here and we can see that it is actually doing it. This is the primary flight display telling us, hey pilot, I am executing a lateral navigation and a vertical navigation. Oh, I was pointing at the lateral, my apologies. Lateral navigation and the vertical navigation. But still, the moment we reach the top of descent point, it will not descend. I have tried pushing descent now, like this button, but I do not believe it descended. But we can have a look at that in a bit, because maybe I wasn't paying too close attention, which is very unlikely. because I pay very close attention. No, that is, I'm just kidding. But let's have a look in a bit. We're 52 nautical miles from XODIK, but well before that, about 25 nautical miles, 20 nautical miles from now, which is about 3 minutes. And then we will start our descent. So we're just going to wait a little bit longer. And I think what I'll do, I will just press the descent now button and then quickly have a look here at the primary flight display and see if we can see anything change. And from my experience, I believe what we can expect that will change is the FMC speed. It will, I believe, something might go and read something like it's going to call you a retard, which is obviously airliner lingo for saying, hey, I'm going to slow down now. Usually it means that the aircraft N1 will basically sort of go to 0% or whatever, or well, at least go to idle. It's probably not 0%, but so anyway, we'll have a look at that in a bit, and if it doesn't work, we will just simply use the flight level change button, which you can find here in the FMC. I believe it's called the FMC. I hope I'm not talking out of my ass now, but well, you quickly check the simply click the level change button there, and it will definitely start descending anyway. But I'm just not sure. I believe then you'll have to manage the speed of the aircraft yourself, which probably is also actually good. I mean, I'm sort of a spoiled Airbus scene pilot, so you know, the Airbus does a lot of things all on its own without any input, almost, you know. So okay, so let's have a look at our current position. So 7.1 nautical miles, so we're getting very close now to the point where we actually will need to descend. I can hear the engines doing something. They are definitely, engines are definitely going down. I hope I did not accidentally click on the throttle right there. Why does this not go to the legs page? That is new to me. Reset MCP altitude. Okay, so what the hell is going on? Let's quickly check. We are how far away? Top of descent. We're just going to say descent now. And what's going to happen? FMC speed, LNAV, VNAV health. You can see the flight path is going down, but the nose is not. So I'm just going to say level change, and we missed this opportunity. Go and check it. And once we do this, it looks like the speed is also taken over. So let's have a look here. Target speed 244. So let's just for now keep it on 244 and see what that gives us. Speed is actually still dropping. It says it's following MCP speed. Not really sure what it's trying to do. Looks like it might be picking up. There you go. Okay, so that's good news. 233. So we're going to our descent speed of 244 for 700 at or below 7,000 feet. Or actually flight level 70 because the transition altitude is 3,000 feet where we're going. Okay, so we have started our descent, but it is actually, look at it, it is not descending. And I actually set flight level at a level change. Come on, go ahead and execute, please. Thank you. Okay, it does not want to do this. Let's quickly have a look at descent here. What can we do? No, I'm at a loss. We need vertical speed 246, so you know, we're just going to do it manually. Okay, there's definitely something funny going on. I've never had this at all. Look, it just disengages everything. So what, if I turn on vertical nav, does that work? So we might have a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. See what this is doing. So the engines are definitely going down. The N1. Quite a lot. But you know it's still straight. Lateral navigation, VNAV. I think I'm just going to... I understand now what I was doing. That's so stupid. Okay, please don't tell anybody, but I did not set an altitude. I mean, come on. I mean, pilots like that, they deserve to crash, but it's just, you know, if it weren't for the people on the board. Okay, level change. 215 is here the speed now. Let's have a look. Requested this. We actually need 2348 for the vertical speed if we want to follow the along the descent path. 244 will be the target speed, but we are a little bit high. There is actually a difference of around 5,000 feet, which we are decreasing ever so slightly. I might consider, let's have a look, we're going 1800. Yeah, I think for now we're just going to expedite by using vertical speed. And what was it here? 235. Well, let's just keep it at 3200 for a little bit. And see if we can catch up, see if we can catch up with the vertical descent profile. Speed is actually very fine, it's under control right there. And other than that, looks like we're pretty well set up for the arrival actually. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So we're going to go to the MOXAN there, first XODIK. So what's the situation now? We are 3,700 feet above our descent path. It's probably not too bad. Speed is picking up. So let's, for now, all I can say is either turn it fully on or fully off. I've not found out the proper controls to operate this a little more subtle. So for now we're going to use this, but hopefully this will help us increase the rate of, you know, of gaining on the, I don't know, I lost my sentence. But hopefully this will get us on the correct vertical path more quickly. Okay, so let's keep on watching the speed. 250 is fine. It's actually still picking up. We are nose down. Okay, so this is definitely helping. We are absolutely chasing the vertical descent path here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Aerolineas Argentina's 812 to city of Bahia Blanca. We have started our descent to our destination. We should be arriving at 1800 hours Zulu, which will probably mean absolutely dick to you as a passenger, because you're using the local time here in Argentina, but I have no clue because I'm ignorant. Anyway, and the weather will be, well, I actually have no clue what the weather will be. If you will bear with me. I just want to let you know, everybody, one way or another, this plane will touch down eventually. So, you do not need worry. Okay, so to see information, is there anything? I believe here in the Navigraph, I believe actually it is possible to go and check the weather, but I'm not totally sure. For now, it doesn't really look like it's weather. Oh, it does. There you go. Sierra for Zulu Bravo, the Comandante Espora airport in Bahia Blanca in Argentina. No meter reports available for this airport. Okay, so there you go. We're left to our own devices. Well, that is all just fine. Look, we're chasing the vertical descent path. We are 300 feet above and gaining. So let's see if we can adjust our rate of descent a little bit more. It is requesting, it is advising around 1900. So I'm just going to follow that. Or perhaps we could try vertical navigation, see if this is going to work for us. Aiming for 7,000 feet. Let's see what the autopilot is going to do now. So we requested an altitude of 7,000 feet, and you can check here in the descent page that we are going to descend to at or below 7,000 feet. Target speed will be 244 knots, which the aircraft is trying to keep. And it's saying around vertical speed of around 1700 feet per minute. And that's also what the aircraft is doing. And you can see here on the magenta triangle that we are basically sort of on the vertical descent path. So that's good news. I'm happy to see that. So let's further address the passengers. Everybody, I have no clue. Welcome aboard the flight. This is your captain speaking. I have no clue what the weather is. We looked it up, but there is no response. But don't worry, there will be weather in the Bahia Blanca, city of Bahia Blanca. So, you know, it's either good that you're not naked, or it is bad that you're not naked, but it will make a difference, or none. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the weather. We just do not know what it is just yet. It is basically the same like in quantum physics, you know what I mean, you know, and like the Schrödinger cat. So, before you actually go and observe, you have no clue what the state of the atoms is, you know. It could be in the one position, or it could be in the opposite position, but until we actually measure it, we just simply do not know, and we have to take into account all the states at the same time, all in one calculation. Or at least that's how I understand it, but, you know, I'm not a mathematician, you know. I'm not even a real pilot. Actually, probably not even a real person, but that's enough for now. Okay. Passing 18,000 feet. Let's keep on monitoring. We're still following 244 degrees of 244 knots, which is still advised here. Let's have a look. 35.9 for the N1. Still going to 7,000. Oh, it's making a little turn here. Look at this. So now we got the headwind a little bit more, I guess. There we go. This was a bit more of a crosswind, but now we're turning slightly more towards it, and it looks like 17 left might not be the best runway to land, but let's just be adventurous. It is not for without reason that we're calling this video Argentina Adventure. Okay, so we're definitely getting close now. Let's have a look. Why are these spoilers there aren't? Is this the aircraft doing it itself, or did I do anything? Oh, that was me. Yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and overcomplicate something that's already complicated. The poor aircraft was trying to maintain 244 knots, which probably is why it is now at 231, 232 knots. So hopefully it will go up a little bit. The good news is we are still on the correct descent profile, so that is fine. But just our speed is a little bit slower, but that's actually also fine. Let's also have a look at the legs page. So we're actually on our way to Zulu Bravo 041. Fuel reach in about 4 minutes at 21 nautical miles. And yeah, as I said, looks like we are on the descent profile. We have all the information for the runway put in. So the course is 167 degrees. And ILS frequency 109.7, but let's just quickly do a short sanity check just to see if we can confirm the numbers. 167 course, 109.7. Course 167 for the course, 109.7. 109.7 for the ILS. Okay, so that bit's good. Speed is picking up, which is good. We're spot on the descent profile. Now let's hope that the final approach will actually also be something worthwhile for this streaming, and you know what I mean. But you never know. But that's the cool part of it, is it not? Okay, 11,000, so it's about time for us to turn on the landing lights and to have the passengers turn on their seat belts. There's no ATC, so we're not flying on the line, we're just flying offline, just like this, just in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're flying in the PMDG 737-700 with the Aerolineas Argentinas livery, as you can see right here. And yeah, so we're flying from the Ministro Pistarini International Airport in SAEZ to the Comandante Espora Airport in Bahia Blanca, both of them in Argentina. Okay, so passing 10,000 feet now, speed still picking up to 244, which is still the target speed. Turn on the seatbelt signs for the passengers and turn on the landing lights. We do not have to turn on the APU just yet, but we will momentarily. So now we're descending to 7,000 feet. So things are going to progress in a lot quicker way momentarily. This approach looks fairly simple. Blowing to the north and deploying to the left, or not north, to the west and to the south for 167 degrees. We'll also turn on the auto brake momentarily as well. Now my flap management is not yet what I would like it to be, I must say. So for now I've been doing it the old way, like I was doing in the Flight Sim 2004 and 2002, 2004 and FSX. Basically sort of on speed, but yeah, I've recently I found out some more background information, but I've not yet really been able to simulate and apply. So for now, you know, I'm just sort of winging it, eyeballing it. If you can follow these up and 1 and 2, that actually also works, but obviously there's a little bit more planning involved. Anyway, so we're almost reaching 7,000 feet. There you go. We got 1,000 feet to go. So let's quickly have a look at the flight plan, because the next stop is Zhangjiang at 3,000 feet. That is at or above 3,000 feet. So before we reach, let's quickly go to 3,000, and hopefully the aircraft is just going to continue down. At 3,000 feet, we should change the altimeter from the standard to the local barometer. We'll do this once we reach 3,000 feet. Speed is still 244, and we're still descending. And let's have a look at what is the vertical speed. Advice is 900 feet per minute. So the aircraft is following this all very nicely for now. So the engines are definitely picking up some N1 right there. The target speed is still on 244. Let's have a look at the legs page. 224 is actually advised there. So what we could do, go to the descent page and set a new target speed. So we do / 244. Let's see if it's going to accept it like this. Looks like it. Execute. This will obviously impact the vertical speed that's advised. 948 and climbing a little bit. 950. But our vertical speed is also increasing right here. So that still looks fine. The magenta triangle that you can see right here is still in the middle-ish. Okay. Did I just change it back? Did I just put it on 244 where it already was? I think that was stupid. My apologies. Let's have a look. So 224. So let's go 224. What the hell am I doing? Descent page 24. Was it 224? Look at me. I'm just panicking. / 224. And we enter it. It's accepting, and let's see how this impacts the vertical speed. 996, 998. It's going up. Let's see if the aircraft is following. We're still following the descent path. Let's have a little look outside for a bit. Look, we're getting closer to the ground. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's zoom in a little bit here on the navigational display. Let's just go for 20 miles. Next stop is Zhangjiang, where we should be at or above 3,000 feet. We're now at 5,000. We got 2,000 to go. Vertical speed of 1,000 is expected. We're actually not at. Okay, it's picking up a little bit there, not completely. And so I'm not sure at what stage we might need to take over when it comes to speed control. So I might start going rogue here in a bit. Let's wait until we get to 3,000 feet, and most importantly, let's monitor the DME. It's fine if we keep this speed up. I'm not sure. 15 DME is getting close. So I'm not sure if these are not track miles. These are miles in a direct line from our current position to the beginning of the runway. That is 13.5 nautical miles. So this is definitely a little more. Let's say around 18 or something, or over 20 a little bit. I'm not really sure, but this will definitely be a little bit longer. Nonetheless, yeah, the speed is okay. I'm just not really sure if the aircraft is going to use its own speed, or do we have to put it here. We could have an experiment, of course. So let's just go ahead and put. Let me just, before I do this, hang on 1 second. I want to see when are we going to actually decelerate. Actually, you can see right here. Let me zoom in. So let me just stop thinking and overcomplicating. Here's the decel point, which is actually coming fairly quickly now. So we could put in a new speed of just going to eyeball this 185 knots. Let's see what's going to happen. We're going to Wasovi, which is really close by. Speed is dropping, and we might go for flaps 1 momentarily. But I don't think I want to do it like this actually. So I think what I will do, let's start with no, I'm going to wait with arming the localizer. Let's have a look. Speed intervent and select 185. I keep forgetting if or where in the menu here is the target speed for the approach. Approach VREF not selected. See, there you go. Oh, here we are. I'm going to do flap 40%, 131, and we enter it here. That's exactly what they were saying. 190.7, 167 for the course. That's also correct. Flap 40, target speed 131. So we are now turning towards the airport. So turn on VOR localizer. So it's going to try and intercept the localizer now, and it actually has intercepted. We're a little bit above. Let's see if we can turn on the approach and see if it's going to drop. I do not want to take a chance, so okay, go down now. Okay, let's see if the aircraft is going to chase, because this is, let's have a look, stand by. Speed's fine, let's go. What's the DME? 7.1, gear down. And we might have to put in some more flaps soon. Go to flaps 1. Start up the APU. Cabin crew, take your seat for landing. There we go. Okay, so we're still not going down fast enough. So let's see if we can expedite. That's a bit aggressive. I'm sorry, people. Oh, look at this. That's okay. I know. This was a little bad. So can we do approach now? Looks like it. Single channel. There you go. We are established. Okay, so our speed is still fairly high. Let's put in a bit of speed brake. The gear is down. Flaps to 2. Okay, it doesn't look like it is responding, so let's go rogue and experiment. Okay, so this is a horrible approach. Look away. Look away. This is very bad. This is a totally military rogue style of landing. But we're going to do this. Oh shit. Oh. Full speed brake there. Reverse is out. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay, so there you go. Manual brake. 100 knots. 60 knots. Engines to idle. speed brake up, flaps up. Welcome to Bahia Blanca, everybody. Let's take this exit right here. Okay, so that was a seriously messed up landing. Let's have a look outside here. There we are. But it was fun. I liked it. It was a it was not the landing that I was hoping for. Obviously, you know, the goal is to you know, to have a the most beautiful approach, like textbook, you know. But yeah, we're down. We did not crash. And let's turn off the speed brake, the auto brake here. Let the engines pick up some forward speed, or rather the aircraft pick up some forward speed from the engines. Okay, so my apologies for that. So the flaps are up as well. Alright, so there we are. Let's clean up the aircraft a little bit. Do not need the flight directory anymore. Let's have a look. Landing lights, we can turn those off as well. Nope, you did not see that. Let's have a look now. Is this where we need to be? Let's stop here for a second and quickly check the airport diagram. This is something that happens a lot to me since the last Navigraph charts update. I need to go back and forth sometimes if I want to load some chart, and it simply does not display, and I need to go back and forth. Okay, so no, there is, let's see, military area. No, so we definitely need to go follow Foxtrot left to Echo, right to Bravo. Okay. Good day, everybody. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to the Bahia Blanca airport. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your flight, and we're now taxiing to the gate. We hope to see you again. Welcome. Thank you for flying Argentina's Aerolineas International. Good day. Okay, so something like that probably just screwed that up completely. Okay, so let's check the speed. This is a okay speed for a turn. Around 13 knots ground speed. You check this right here in the top left corner of the navigational display. Okay. So now this is interesting. This looks like, it sort of looks like a runway. No, it is definitely not. So we take right here. Okay, so so this is the taxiing bit. Feel free to fall asleep during this. Personally, I really like it. It's nice to to go ahead and taxi, and it looks like, let's see, yeah, this is absolutely perfect. It's actually quite a drive, but it's cool, like you see some other sides of an airport. So apparently there's this whole military stuff happening right here, and we're sort of passing it by, and it's pretty cool. Apparently that's what the situation is at the Bahia Blanca airport, you know what I mean. Okay, so the ground speed 14 knots, perfectly fine. Usually 30 knots will be the maximum, but yeah, so 14 is we're very well below that, so that's good. Just have a little curve there up ahead. Something else for now. Let's just first go ahead and take this. Whoops! Just take this curve. So hope you enjoyed your flight, and I certainly did on my end. I recently acquired the Antonov AN225, but it is one complex lady, I tell you. I've had my share of complex ladies, the ones that talk back in my life, but this is one difficult specimen, I must say. But it is absolutely cool, but it is very difficult, and yeah, so it's a big challenge, but I'm going to definitely try it out on the channel at some stage as well. It might be me or maybe one of the other pilots. Okay, so this is a very interesting looking airport, if you ask me. Look, so this is where we landed. When you land to the south, you land right here, okay, and there's another runway here, but then here all the way at the beginning is the let's just focus here for a second and make sure we're not going too fast. So there's this really small little spot here that's then reserved for for parking for the general aviation, if you will, or civilian aircraft. And then there on the other side, there's some government military stuff going on. So they got some of their aircraft there. It's the obviously the aviation side of the army, and yeah, so locally they are located right there at the far end of the runway 17 that we just landed on. Okay, so let's see how this is going to play out. This obviously is what they say in English, too close for comfort. But okay, this actually looks fine. Okay, so before we take the final turn left, let's turn off the runway lights and the taxi lights, so we're not going to blind the people here working for the ground. Now it looks like, but I'm not sure. How does this work? I'm just going for this for the end of this yellow line. So we're looking, we're parked a little bit skew here. There is a jetway there to the left, and it looks like it would serve an aircraft that would be parked here. You know what? Let's do it. Challenge accepted. So there you go. It's just that the other Aerolineas Argentinas will not be able to depart before we do, or before we move. Now let me just focus here real quick. Engines to idle. Parking brake is set. Engine 1 off, engine 2 off, and 1 going down, engine 1 and 1 going down, engine 2. Okay, let's turn on the APU bleed and turn on the APU generators now that the engines are off. Okay, so let's have a look now at the GSX menu, which is quite cool, and see if there's any ground services that we can request. And one of these days I actually also might do a turnaround flight, where we fly to one airport, do a turnaround, and then fly back to the other, for instance. I would like that as well. Let's have a look. What's it saying here? Select parking. Well, I believe we just parked. Get 0. Okay, so there's no suitable parking. Okay, well, in that case, we're just. I think we're just going to end it then. Well, let's see. Maybe we could do something else. Let's have a look. Just clear these messages. We go to the menu and then to the FS actions, and there's the ground services. So we could say, let's have a look. Passenger entry might, for instance, be stairs, and then we should be able to. So the chocks are set now, and we request the stairs for both sides actually. Let's have a look if the doors are going to open by themselves or not. Otherwise, we simply do it ourselves. Oh my God! Look at this. It's this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All right, so we'll just keep it like this. It's fine. Let's see if this door is going to open. That would be nice. Oh, my apologies for the camera work. There you go. And there's the air stairs number 2 as well. Now, with the GSX that I've installed, you can actually deboard the aircraft. Problem is, for now, it looks like there's nothing we can do. Let's have a look. It's small, occupied.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
What if we say yes?
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
Just board me there. Okay. Okay, so we we chased away the other poor aircraft. I'm so sorry. But let's see now if we excuse me. Let's see now if we can use some of the.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
All right, no problem. Request deboarding. That door is closing. That's quite interesting. Are they just going to use this door then, or? Curious to see what's going to happen. I can tell you what will happen, or what is expected to happen, is that a bus will arrive and take these passengers. I can have a look inside. Deboarding is requested. There you go. let's use the Aerolineas Argentinas service. So that's cool. There you go. Oh, look at this. Actually, the gateway is coming. The jetway, I mean. It's going to connect. It's going to connect on the right side of the aircraft for a change. That's actually quite interesting. It's a shame that you now cannot. What the hell is?
Passengers deboarding starting.
You see this too, right? I mean, there's part of the jetway missing. So the passengers are going here, and there's an open door. Oh man, this is all going wrong. This is too bad. All right, return. Doors. Close the door on the left. Actually, on the forward left. You know what? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get the passengers. If we get to see the passengers. But probably not. They're already. You know what? They're already boarding. Screw it. So close that door as well. And maybe also get rid of the. Let's just get rid of the air stairs there as well. So let's go ahead, release them. Okay, so the passengers are exiting the aircraft and then all being stuck here inside this jetway. You can also see here the aircraft is actually being unloaded. This is also one of the features of the GSX mod. Let me change the camera settings real quick so we can have a bit of a better look. So bear with me. Showcase external, reset, and there you go. Okay, and let's get rid of this thingy right here. And they did quite a nice job. You see these guys standing there, and the suitcase just magically snaps into between their hands like it's a magnet. And then the car moves once it's full, and then the next batch comes. And that's pretty cool. And you can also request catering, fueling, refueling, and all that stuff.
This parking is too small for your. This parking is too small for your aircraft.
So let's request catering service as well. So yeah, so if when there's no jetway, you can actually, or when there's a jetway with glass windows, glass walls, you can actually see the passengers, and also when the air stairs are being used, you can just see the passengers walk to the little bus that is parked right beside the aircraft, and then once that is full, you can see the bus take off. And that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature. It's nice for for the diorama part of it all and the immersion. You know what I mean. So yeah. So once again, welcome to Bahia Blanca Airport in Argentina.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Do you want to deboard crew? Yes, let's go ahead and do it.
Crew deboarding starting.
All right. Well, you know what that means. So the crew deboarding has started as well.
Pilots deboarding starting.
Pilots deboarding is starting as well, but the aircraft is actually still, so let's just clean up before I go, huh? I mean, you know what I mean. Let's have a look. So we have the, let's just turn off these lights and see if we can leave it in a decent state. That actually would be cool for a change. Usually I actually do not do it, but today I'm like, you know what, screw it. Yeah, so T only, and oh, what am I doing? No, there you go. No, I think I broke it. Sure, that's fine. Let's turn the radios off here. Flaps are up. Just double checking. Yup. And oh, do not need to do anything there. I think I'll just leave this. Alright. Look at this. poor passengers, they were allowed to deboard, but they were not allowed to unfasten their seatbelts. Okay, I think I'm fine with this for now. Let's have one more look outside. This just looks very sad. I mean, all these passengers inside. Let's have one. Wait, let's do one funny thing. There is actually a way you can see the passengers. You will not see the passengers really like sitting in the seats, unfortunately. I mean, who would not want that? So that's a bit of a shame. But you can see some of the passengers leaving here. Let's drone speed, turn that down, like here. I don't think this is working today. This door is open, and it's not supposed to be. This door should be open. So I'm just going to give up on this for now, but next time you will definitely see it, because usually it just works like a charm, but just today it does not. Thank you very much everybody for checking. I really appreciate it a lot. Do come back and like and subscribe and masturbate to me. Oh no, that's you cannot say. Yeah, but just enjoy and just be kind to one another. You know, we have more in common with each other than there are differences. Just never forget. But who the hell am I to, you know, just make up your own damn mind and just don't be a dick and we'll all be good. You know what I mean. But all kidding aside, thank you very much for checking. I definitely appreciate it a lot. It is a lot of fun. Thank you for checking. I am Arkady Gidzenko. I am your personal funky scene pilot, and hopefully see you sometime soon, regardless of the Gidzenko vehicles that are on their way. Thank you very much for checking, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.